Let Century Management Solutions get you to your next medical appointment. They specialize in non-emergency medical transportation, connecting patients to care, safety, reliability, and on time. Their advanced technology platform seamlessly coordinates patients, healthcare providers, insurers, and transportation partners all in one powerful network. With over 200 trusted transportation providers, they deliver scalable solutions backed by real-time tracking and complete transparency. Go to SENTRYMS.com.
Excuse me! Taxi! What are you doing?
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And one of the two U.S. fighter jet crew members rescued after Iran shoots them down, putting a bounty on the pilots. Dominic Carter here with you on this Friday. The number to reach me and we can talk about whatever is on your mind, 800-848-9222. An American pilot was rescued in a daring operation by U.S. Special Forces today after Iran shoots down an F-15E fighter jet and placed a bounty on the crew. There are a number of issues on my mind. We see your calls coming in. Again, the number to reach us, 800-848-9222. One of them, this from Fox News.
A manhunt is still underway in New York City after a baby girl was killed by a stray bullet in Brooklyn this week. She was sharing a stroller with her 2-year-old brother, who was grazed in the back. The men involved in the shooting were reportedly aiming for the 7-month-old's father. Police say they were on a moped when one of them opened fire before speeding off and crashing about 2 blocks away. The alleged gunman is in police custody and faces murder charges. Officials are looking for the man who drove this moped.
So I'm going to get to law enforcement in just a second, in particular the NYPD. But did you know, folks, and I'm going to tee off on this a bit later in the program, a professional basketball player, a member of the Chicago Bulls, what did he do? He was released, let go, the same day it happened after he publicly condemned the NBA's Pride Month celebrations on religious grounds, and he was released the same day for conduct detrimental to the team. LeBron James talks about race. It seems like every other couple of months, nothing happens to him, but this player has been cut. I'm going to deal with that. But big on my mind right now, and this is something that has gone below the radar screen this week, and that is the murder acquittal of a cop killer, of an NYPD cop killer. You heard what I said in terms of, how fast we forget how young officer Jonathan Diller sacrificed his life. At the time, a father of a 1-year-old, his wife Stephanie, and he lost his life. And what happened in a Queens, New York courtroom this week was a gut punch to me, to you, to the entire city, and certainly to law enforcement throughout the country. A jury actually acquitted this cop killer of first-degree murder, finding him guilty of lesser charges, and thank God he's still looking at up to 90 years in prison. But if you want to know what's going wrong with our country in terms of fighting crime, in terms of what's happening each and every day, look at what happened in this Queens courtroom. How do you let a cop killer go on the top charge of first-degree murder when he killed Officer Diller and wounded Officer Diller's partner? So 2 years ago, just 2 short years ago, and it seems like we have a short memory these days, career criminal Guy Rivera shot and killed NYPD Detective Jonathan Diller on a street in Queens, and Officer Diller was, of course, doing the job the city asked him to do. I want you to listen to this because it reflects the pain of police officers. It reflects the pain of Officer Diller's wife. This is what PBA President Patrick Hendry had to say as he walked out of the courtroom surrounded by fellow officers. Again, this, whatever you want to call him, acquitted of first-degree murder. They got him on lesser charges, other charges, but this is what Patrick Hendry had to say.
I left a family who's had to deal with this nightmare for the last 2 years. And today, when they got the news, they're still devastated. These police officers know behind me that this was murder one on a New York City police officer. No doubt about it. But we want to thank the Queens District Attorney and her entire team for their hard work, their tireless effort over the last 2 years in articulating this case. As police officers, we can't thank them enough. This decision at least gives Jonathan and his family some justice, but it doesn't give them full closure. The pain will never go away. And this Sunday on Easter, when many families will be celebrating together, Jonathan will not be at that table with his family. His wife, Stephanie, will never see her husband again. And Jonathan's son, Ryan, will take all the milestones in his life without his father by his side to guide him. Why? All because of a repeat offender who should have never been on the streets of Rockaway, Queens. This cold-blooded killer who has no regard for human life. On March 25th, 2024, every decision he made, he put New Yorkers and police officers in jeopardy by carrying a loaded firearm onto the streets. And when our police officers approached him, he could have surrendered. He could have surrendered for that illegal firearm. But no. He saw a police officer. He didn't care who was behind the uniform. He squeezed that trigger, killing a young, hardworking, a family man, and took his life. And to add insult to it all, while Jonathan Diller was fighting for his life on the ground, for some reason, he thought it was funny. Smiling. Well, we say this. The only smiling he's going to be doing is in a jail cell by himself. And that's what we hope the judge will do at that sentencing.
How do you let a cop killer go on the top charge of first-degree murder? Just 2 years ago, Officer Diller, now detective, gave his life for the city of New York, for you, for me, for everyone else. His son is now, 3 years old? He'll never be around his father. And it honestly, it hurts in my stomach because you let a cop killer walk on first-degree murder.
Let
Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.